What's going on with you? I hear you got a problem.
I have had a problem for 7 years. I need her away, gone.
This is how Deputy Jason Ison came into the life of a woman named Tara Lambert. He approached her under the guise of a hitman, offering calm assurances. In truth, he was there to uncover a murder plot, listening closely and waiting for her to say just enough.
I mean, what do you want done with her?
Oh my god. Just put her in a chopper, like one of those lumberjack chopper things.
Was.
Deputy Jason had Tara apprehended, and she was brought in for an intense interrogation. The entire truth behind her disturbing plot was about to come to light.
You had talked to an undercover deputy sheriff today. Will you make arrangements and give him $125 to have her killed?
Deputy Jason became the center of the case when he learned of Tara's murder-for-hire scheme. He came to know about it through Jenny. She was Tara's friend, who was growing increasingly uneasy as Tara frantically searched for someone to carry out a killing. Acting on Jenny's report, he coordinated a controlled meeting for July 28, 2015 in the Circleville Walmart lot. Tara showed up. Believing her plan was advancing, little did she know that the plan was never hers, but Deputy Jason's.
This is Dee. Dee, this is Tara.
What's up, girl? How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thanks.
What's going on with you? I hear you got a problem.
I have had a problem for 7 years.
Really? 7?
Yeah, and it's gotten to the point where, I mean, she knows I've been wanting this for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I need her away, gone.
Okay.
Uncommunicative. So, okay, she lives in Lucasville.
Okay.
Okay, and it's on State Route 104, and there's nothing across the street. It's like woods and a river, right? And if you pull in this driveway, there's like a nice house to the right that's like brown and has a pool, and that is her mother-in-law. And then on down to the left, you can still see it plain as day from the driveway, but that is her trailer. So my thing is, like, it's gonna be weird if something happens to just her trailer when there's a nice house, like, right next door. If it's gonna happen at her house. You know?
Okay.
And then I want, whatever happens, or whenever it's gonna happen, I just want it on a weekend when the girls are with me, obviously. That helps my alibi and keeps them away from all that. Which is every other weekend.
This coming weekend?
Yes. Yes.
So then they'll be back down Lucasville the following.
Right. And then back up here. And we never miss a weekend. So if you start from this weekend, whatever weekend you want to do it. So, and I have her picture and some lovely information for you.
Okay.
I hate her. It feels so like when you can't get to your own money.
Right.
Like, what the? I could have got it out of my business, but it'd be really strange, and I wouldn't be able to account for it on the stuff.
You don't know what any of these. She drives the maroon van?
Or the black Saturn. He drives a red truck. Is there anything else, like, that you would need to know?
What'd you say about the house again?
So, like, in the driveway, it's kind of like a lane, I guess, more than a driveway. Because, like, that's why her address is 12735A. Because it's a trailer on this woman's land, which is her mother-in-law.
You don't want her with?
I mean, kind of, yeah. It would look better because, like, why would you go straight to that trailer when there's that house right here? You know what I mean? And nothing else around that area in the boondocks is touched. It would just kind of look
stupid.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
it would look pinpointed. And you never know what color her hair is, but she's the only mom.
Does she live with a dude?
Yeah, she's married. But he is like He works all day, and then he plays in a band, and he's like constantly gone. I should have written that down. It's called Waiting on Aaron. I know, so dumb. But that's the band name. So
Waiting on what?
Aaron, Aaron.
Are they on Facebook?
Yeah, and he like has me blocked, I think, because he hates my guts and I hate him. So you would be able to see like their schedule.
Schedule?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what do you want done with her?
Oh my god. Just put her in a chopper, like one of those lumberjack chopper things.
Well, it's carry a lumberjack chopper. But...
No, I'm just kidding. Like, that's how much I hate her, though.
Deputy Jason first found out Tara's desire to kill her target, Kelly Cook. Cook was married to a man named Sean and raising 2 teenage daughters from her previous marriage to Brandon, who was Tara's current husband. This was a situation fueled by a hostile custody battle over visitation. With the details secured, Jason set the trap. Tara was moving toward it without recognizing the danger closing in around her. As the conversation continues, she unknowingly begins to give away the very evidence that could be used against her.
So, I'll just walk straight up, shoot her in the grill. You said the dude is gone all the time. Do they have guns?
A lot. He does, but they're locked up in a safe and like covered with a bunch of like clothes and stuff. He can't get to that safe like fast. And with the kids in there, he always has it locked up. He would not be able to get to that, unlock it fast enough to come back out. He can go too if you want. If he starts trouble or if he ends up being there. If the red truck is there, he's there.
So
although then again, the band comes in their van and picks him up, so I can't say that.
So if he's there, you want him to go too?
Yeah, I mean, I really don't mind.
I mean, it's your grand.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, it's gonna be easier for all of us to not us, but all like me and my husband and everyone not to be pinpointed at all if he's gone, because no one else knows me. No one knows my business. They wouldn't be like, this has to do with Tara. This has to have to do with Tara. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you may be thinking 2 weeks?
Whenever.
2 to 4 weeks, we'll put it that way.
Whenever.
And then,
and I don't know how, but I can get you more cash before you even do it. Whatever you want. It's just today, card had my card, and I don't have time to go to Worthington and get that for you, so.
Alright.
I told him to go.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, in more ways than one, I'll get it. I have it.
Alright. So here in a couple weeks, I'll probably slide back down here.
Okay.
Drop off a burner phone to her.
Okay.
And she'll give you the burner phone.
Okay.
I take it you want some type of proof that they got.
Of course. That's when the rest of your day will come. Which I will have as soon as I get the word.
Okay.
I'll have it ready, but I'll bring it as soon as I get the word. Whatever we gotta do to get it to you.
Alright.
Deputy Jason smartly gauges the depth of Tara's intent. She admits she has no issue if Brandon, her own husband, dies in the crossfire. She outlines the plan with chilling clarity. Shadow Kelly's grocery runs and school pickups using photos and car details, carry out a silent hit, then run the body through a wood chipper for total erasure. Unfortunately for Tara, none of this will happen. What will happen is that Jason will collect tapes, cash, and maps, assembling evidence that will bury her. In the next few moments, he secures her confidence in the plan, which exists solely to position her as a suspect in the eyes of the law.
So happy about this. I know that's so bad, but even my girls, I think if they could pay people to do this, they probably would. They hate her so bad. So don't feel bad about that.
I don't feel bad about it. None of it.
Good. That's really good. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to know. She doesn't work, so she's home all day. She's a loser. Okay, baby. I don't don't know.
There you go.
Can you think of anything else that you would need to know? Which, of course, can go through her to get to me or whatever, but...
Right. All right. Sound good?
Okay. Very, very good.
The man.
All right, girl.
I really appreciate this. I owe you, like, everything.
Be easy.
Yes, you too. Thank you so much. Jenny? Yeah, Olivia.
I love.
Oh,
She had despised Kelly since marrying Brandon and wanted full custody of her stepdaughters. Years of resentment had become an obsession. In Tara's mind, eliminating Kelly was the only solution. She was experiencing pure euphoria, as if Christmas had come early. However, Deputy Jason was already building her case file. He collected tapes, $125 in cash, photos, and her talk about using a wood chipper. After the July 28, 2015 Walmart meeting in Circleville, he turned the evidence over to Pickaway County detectives. Detective Ryan Mills then took control of the interrogation, and Tara was nowhere near ready for the reality checks that were about to shatter her delusions.
You had talked to a undercover deputy sheriff today. Will you make arrangements and give him $125 to have her killed?
No.
And it is on tape and on video.
No. Jenny, I have messages. I can show you where she
What's
had...
Jenny have to do with it?
She was with me. She was there.
Well, tell me, you're saying Jenny.
Jenny.
What did she do?
Okay. I can show you the phone calls. I can show you the messages where she is talking about how she can have Kelly beat up or something of the nature to scare her. And then she talks to this guy, and then I can show you the messages that she says, you can't back out of this, you need to bring some money, this guy is no joke, da-da-da-da-da, you need to go to the bank, how much can you bring right now? And I'm like, what am I supposed to do, like, if this guy's a killer, or, you know, he's going to beat her, what is he going to do to me if I don't follow through with beating her up?
How does Jenny know her?
Just a lot of people know her.
Jenny don't have anything to do with her, does she?
She's the one that wants to help her get her beat.
No.
Yes.
You're the one that wants to have her killed.
I don't want her killed.
Well,
I want her beat up. He said he was going to punch her in the grill.
Tara, those phone calls that you talked to her about was recorded.
What?
Yes, they are recorded. And it's you that wanted to have her killed. And yes, at first, there is where you talked about, well, if I want to hurt, I want to permanently hurt. Do you remember saying that?
No.
Well, I can play it for you, but you said it. And then you said, well, you know, is it going to cost more to make it look like an accident? You remember saying that?
No, she said that they could make it look like an accident. She was like selling it. Like, we can make it look like an accident. It could be
when they do it, I don't want the girls to be there.
Because they were going to make a robbery look bad or something.
Yeah.
No killing.
But was that your request? Why did you give them the money to do it then?
Because she's like, you better get this money today. He's coming here. He said he can't come down here. If he comes down here and he wastes his time, blah, 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 blah.
It wasn't like all that.
Yes.
It's recorded.
She said, you have to come up with something right now.
Everything that you talked about is recorded.
She said, you have to come up with something right now.
What did you tell her? That you would get the money, you would bring it to her, right?
I said, I don't know how to get you more money.
No, I'm talking about yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah. You said, well, I can get $500.
No, she asked me if I can get $500.
Yeah.
And I said, maybe.
Well, it all started out was that you were asking her, how much would this cost to do it, all this. Do you remember saying that?
That is not how that started.
It didn't?
No.
In the first phone conversation?
No. She
She is the one that called. I can show you where she's like, you need
Hold
to
on
delete
just a
this
sec.
conversation. Because she's the one
Hold
that
on.
called
Hold
Kelly.
on, I'll be right back.
Detective Ryan Mills bears down on Tara, blocking every escape route she tries to create. It becomes clear that Tara wanted to do much more with Kelly than just get her beaten up. Mills now has all the evidence stacked against her thanks to Deputy Jason. He's about to corner Tara from every angle, exposing her elaborate plan in spectacular fashion.
You did talk about having her killed, right?
No, I mean, it came up, but I don't want her dead. It came up, yes.
And you talked about it.
And I said, I just want her to leave me alone, blah, 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 blah. And then he said, all right, I'm going to go in. And I even said, Jenny, didn't you say that this is going to be a robbery gone bad? And she was like, yeah. Because she says that that's what she discussed with him. That was like their plan. And I was like, okay. I mean, it just, and then to his face, he said, I'm going to deck her in the grill and leave. I don't care about her. And then he asked about Sean. I told him how to know if he's there, but I don't care about him. Like, I don't need him hit or whatever. And I told him about the gun.
What about Brandon? Does he know this
Not at
transpired
all.
this going?
He knows that I want her whooped. I mean,
Okay.
but he has no idea I've, like, talked to someone about it.
Did you and Brandon talk about it a
No.
whole long time ago?
No.
I mean, you indicated
He wanted me to do it.
Brandon wanted you to kill her?
No. Just to whoop her.
Okay.
Yes. He's like, you should have whooped her a long time ago. He hated that we got along. At all. Ever. And we got along for like 8 years. Really well.
Okay.
I don't hate her. And we have an appointment
I
to
don't
do.
understand that because you did
I want her to stop.
You indicated that you hated her on when you were talking in the conversations.
I don't, though. I don't.
You don't mean that now. You mean
I don't hate her. And I am, and that's why we are about to go to counseling, like,
right.
in a couple, I mean.
You did hate her. And
I hate her when
you talked
she does
about
this stuff.
having her killed.
But I
That
didn't,
came up.
that
You
wasn't
talked
the
about it.
agreement. It
Okay.
was to deck her in the grill.
Okay.
That is a punch in the mouth, in the face.
Okay.
That's it.
Well, I guess the tapes will speak for themselves.
Yeah, he's gonna deck her in the grill.
Okay.
And do a like fake robbery for like $1,000.
How much did you give him today?
$100, I think.
100 or 125?
I think 120, I think.
Okay.
But I gave him a 5.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm asking you.
Maybe it was. I don't know. 120.
What about how much do you owe him after that?
He said 900.
Okay.
But then he was like, well, this is your $1,000. And that's when he was asking, you know, he said, all I am going to do is deck her in the grill and leave. And then he said, or then we talked about like her belongings or whatever.
Okay.
And then he said, well, what about her dude? And I said, I don't really care about him. And then he asked if I wanted like the in-laws messed with. And I said, well, I don't know, it's going to look really weird that you go to a trailer and rob them and not touch, you know, the nice house. So I don't know what you're going to do about that. That was it. No murder. The word murder.
It had came up. You had talked
But
about
it was
her.
not agreed.
Okay. You had talked about it, correct?
I just wanted her punched in the face.
Okay.
Tara was very confident despite knowing that Detective Mills had the entire footage of her with the fake hitman. She's telling the truth, but she's also conveniently twisting the narrative to make it sound like she only wanted Kelly beaten up. She may not have used the word murder, but she did say she wanted her gone, which in any book means the same thing. Up next, she'll try to villainize Kelly and cook up ridiculous justifications for having her attacked, although none of this can save her now.
But it's really been about the year that, I mean, she's been making Brandon miserable for 15 years. But that was not the final verdict for me. And I swear on that. I don't know. I'm sure you guys hear all that all the time, but I promise. And I will swear on Bible, whatever you
Well,
want.
it is what it is, and we can't change
And
that.
yes.
You know what I mean?
And I will admit it.
And-
I'll tell the judge right now. I wanted her whooped. Everyone knows that. Everyone that knows me knows I want her whooped. But I can't do it. And then in that message that you just showed me, where I said our problem, it's because she called her. And that honestly is what made it all worse, and I regretted that. Even telling Jenny about her pissing me off and her calling her.
But after that phone call was made, then you came in, and what did you say in the report that you made?
Because listen, I told Jenny about it the day it happened. The day she wrote this thing. My attorney got an email from Rose, from Kelly, which was a copy of a police report, okay?
Okay.
Against me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I immediately, all right, the whole stuff about the day before when she was doing the text apps and all that stuff and saying, I don't even remember everything, it was like a year ago, but I did tell Jenny when I saw her. It was like, hey, how you doing? Well, I'm going crazy because of this girl, you know. Told her about the text app, blah, 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 blah. Well, then she was like, well, she needs someone to call her. And I was like, oh, of course. Like right then, I'm thinking, yeah, if someone calls her, she's such a chicken shit, it will scare her. So yeah, I did. But she didn't do it till the next day. And I even said, did you call her? And she said no. And she said, delete this message. Made my police report. And then, you know, I don't know what she said. She didn't even tell me that. Maybe she did tell me some. But the police report was more than just what this phone call was.
Right.
And that's why in my report you'll see where I talk about Sean threatening me, about her driving by my house, about her. I'm kind of racist a little bit. I was kind of raised that way, sort of. But I'm just telling you because you'll see it. In my police report, I even say that she brought here to Pickaway County Sheriff's Office, where we had to meet because she was going crazy. And I made it so that there was cameras and everything around, especially after her husband just said that to me. She brought and I'm almost positive that I wrote this, she brought to threaten me in this parking lot, on tape. And she threatened me in this parking lot, with the girls with her. And then they kept driving by my house.
Do you know who she brought with her?
Yeah, I do.
Who?
It is Aspen, the oldest. I found this out later. Aspen is the oldest daughter, and it was her now ex-boyfriend's mom. Her adopted mom or some kind of mother. And it's Kelly's friend. I have her name written down somewhere, but she looked over, she leaned, and as soon as Kelly pulled up this way...
So it was a female that
Yes.
threatened you?
Well, and Sean had already done it.
Yeah.
Like, literally that same weekend.
Okay.
But we pull up, Kelly pulls up in her van, and as soon as she pulls up, she goes like this. Because she already knows that this chick is going to sit up and talk to me through our windows being down. And she was like, she said, see, I'm thinking of Sean. I wrote it down. She said something about, you're going to learn to shut your mouth, or you're going to learn something. And, I mean, I was feisty right back, and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Who are you? You don't worry about it. And we just kind of went back and forth, and she was like, I'll see you soon. That's the part that I remember the most. I'll see you soon. Bang on it. What the
In most cases, detectives need a clear motive when they don't have a confession to lean on. But here, everything is laid bare. Tara's festering hatred over Kelly, fueled by years of custody drama, jealousy, and control issues, oozes from every word on those recordings. Detective Mills doesn't need to drag this out. He has her intent, her plan, her payment, and her target all nailed down. Now, it's only about making sure she pays for an attempted murder that only failed because 2 cops were sharp enough to spot the storm coming and shut it down. After a swift trial in the Pickaway County Common Pleas Court in Circleville, Ohio, Tara Lambert was convicted on February 24, 2016, of conspiracy to commit aggravated murder. She was sentenced to 7 years in prison and fined $10,000. However, her conviction was overturned on appeal in 2017. On July 10, 2018, she repleaded guilty and received a 5-year sentence with credit for time served. A life was saved thanks to the vigilance of Deputy Jason Ison.